Let them say, I walked with the crib of the void.
In your dreams. Come on. I'm not hiding from you again. Enough!
Stay.
Too close! Overheat, lend me your hand. Please, don't.
Pity me.
So annoying! How disappointing.
Darkness. And permanent.
Please don't.
Look at me.
Lend me your hand. Vanish! Piece by piece! Again? Oh, my feet hurt. This experimental terminal is getting on my nerves. I still feel the abnormal neural reflexes, even after an injection lately.
Oh, really? Sounds like you can properly feel pain now. Remember this feeling, Denia. Pain compels us to live.
To hell with that feeling. That bastard tried to fool me with saline as a painkiller.
You're awake. I prepared a present for you, Denia. I put it in your heart.
What's a present?
A present is a commodity without a fixed price. You'll be a nice little rule follower with it.
Rules? What? Do find your way home more often and don't bring strangers home? Huh.
The food here has been left untouched. Why is that, Denia?
At Star Torch Academy, there's something called dessert. Eating it brings back that scene in my dream.
Starting tomorrow, come home for dinner.
A broken table I picked up from somewhere. Spent quite some time here. When was the last time I read a book? What was I reading? A professional guide to emotional performance? Oh, it became my draft paper anyhow. A textbook for void matter science. A seal-proof guide to enrollment. And the Lahai-Roi meteorology I borrowed from Nastasha. She even snuck a copy of the exam sheet inside. But she never mentioned it was from the previous year. I used all the wrong answers on the real thing. And she teased me about it for ages. Those academy courses were brutal. Barely ever scored above a D, besides void matters. Strange. They just come rushing back at times like this. And what's this? A memory album from the photography fan club?
Adorable. But it'll turn out better if you smile.
I spent 2 years watching people. Watching their joy. Their sorrow. What they call emotion is how they prove they're alive. But what's behind emotion?
The three of us will be best friends forever.
What's that look on my face?
It's the heart, Denia. What you are isn't defined by where you're from. But by your heart.
Is that so? Then somewhere along the way. Well, let's put an end to this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Never thought about staying here. With everyone.
Yeah, that sounds nice. But sorry, I just can't. However, there is one thing I can do for you all. Destruction, all those things that don't belong here. From now on, they'll be gone. Back to the void with me. Oh, come to think of it, I haven't had cake yet. That's a bit of a shame.
How's that for teamwork? I'd sniff out Leviathan's frequency even in a pile of ashes and snatch it right up.
Great work, Abby.
You're very much welcome. Quick, let's go inside and check it out. I hope Denia's okay.
I assume by the time you get here, Rover, everything will have ended. Sorry I had to say goodbye this way. This is where it all started. The Fraxidus' Lahai-Roi plan, where the Grand Architect first made contact with Aleph-1, and where I was created. I took the Threnodian fragment the Fraxidus left here. Leaving it here would only cause more suffering. As for the experimental data, consider it a parting gift from me to the Space Trek Collective. To be honest, I did think of telling you everything about this place. But sometimes gifts can be incredibly inappropriate. Your worries were correct. When the book page was removed, I received the Grand Architect's final message. Now, I am the last anchor point between Aleph-1 and Solaris. If I die according to plan, its fragment will disappear along with me. I used to tell myself that was karma. But what does an ending like that mean for Segrika? For Nastasha? For someone like you, who always tries to save everyone? You're the Grand Architect's greatest rival. So making you betray your own heart is a bigger prize to them than the Threnodian fragment. It would mean that after all the frustration and failure, you are no different from them. You'd end up going down the same path. But if you had removed that page, the fragment would have lost control after receiving the message. It would have tried to find me, attempting to connect with Aleph-1 out of instinct. So, when I think about it, it's a good thing you never got to finish what you wanted to say back there. I was a child who showed up at the Fraxidus' door out of nowhere. Became their Threnodian lab mouse by accident. Ever since I can remember, they told me I existed for one reason: to make that moment happen. I've questioned myself countless times. What is the point of everything that I've been through? The answer is always the same. There is no point. Birth, pain, struggle, death. None of these have meaning. That's why when I first heard your story from the Grand Architect, I absolutely hated you, Rover. If someone like that is actually out there, then where were they during the longest, most painful days of my life? And why? Why would you appear before me just as everything was about to end? You know what I hated most? Why did everything about you have to be so impossible? Our encounter was never fair. So, I hope you can forgive me for not saying goodbye. This is something I must put an end to on my own. It's just... it hurts to watch the way you live. I can't even imagine a day when someone like you runs out of miracles. They call you Rover, but you don't even know where you started or where you're going. Even if you made your ideals real, where would that leave you? Where is your happiness in all of that? I never understood what the Grand Architect was mumbling. The future, evolution, or what's going to happen eons later. But at that moment, in front of Aleph 1, I didn't want you to die. At least not at the hands of the Grand Architect, who's got nothing left but mere survival. What surprised me was that, despite hating you so much, I actually spent an unprecedented day with you. For the first time, I had my own birthday. For the first time, I forgot about the fear brought by the void. For the first time, I met someone I can truly open up to. How should I describe this emotion? It's a kinda hate, isn't it? I don't know where void matter particles will take me next. If I could start over, I'd like to visit the cities Nastasha talked about. To visit places where there are no void storms and Solaskin. Maybe I'll try picking a different major. Try napping in different classes. And taste different cakes in every cafeteria I go to. Then no matter how many times it'll take, I'll come back to Lahai-Roi. Back to all of you. Whatever you wanted to say, you can tell me the next time we meet. Oh, I almost forgot something important. Actually, all those powers the Grand Architect displayed, including shape-shifting, are not her true forte. Those are derivatives at best. And the shape-shifting has a catch. She needs long-term observation and analysis of her target to pull it off. It's just the idea of her using my face to talk to you. It makes me sick. So let's have a code word, just between us. Next time, if it's truly me, all my old hates will become likes. Oh, and could you help me enjoy half of my birthday cake? You can save the other half for me, of course. But don't throw away any of the toppings.
Aw. Will we ever see Denia again?
We will.
Okay. But, what about the thing you didn't get to say? If you feel like you don't belong here, then someday in the future, would you be willing to... And what about the rest?
Secret. For now.
You're early. If you got time, be sure to show me
Got
that
the mind
super
thinking herder.
Denia, do you have any clues about that scene in your memory?
Nothing. It was just a scene. Maybe from some movies I watched as a kid.
But maybe, in my opinion, you still have a chance to...
Now you're reminding me of what Nastasha once said.
Huh?
Raise your head. What do you see?
Lahai-Roi's night sky.
True enough. But my reply was... the void. The darkness.
What was her reaction?
She said it was actually light fighting against darkness. That it looks like darkness has the upper hand, I said.
But there was only darkness in Lahai-Roi at the beginning. Then came the light.
You answered exactly the same way as she did.
So light actually prevailed.
You're right. I guess if you never give up, the story will one day have a good ending. No?
We've got the mind-bending herder. We've got the mind-bending herder, the eccentric traffic...